What's going on, guys? Pretty eventful weekend. Uh, it was recently announced that Caleb Plant and Canelo will be going at it November 6th in Las Vegas. Canelo's trying to get all these belts racked up. It's a great fight. Um, we're gonna see what's gonna happen. Uh, it's a fight that everyone's gonna watch, but I don't know if every boxing fan is really craving to see this fight, just because I think it's fair to say that Canelo's the favorite. That's basically common knowledge. Um, my thoughts on the fight: I feel like Canelo's just gonna be too much, in my opinion, and it's just like there's not much opposition for Canelo right now. No one that I'm really thinking like, oh man, this guy's gonna give him a good fight. Not trying to knock Caleb Plant or anything, but I think he could possibly have success. There's word that he was bringing Andre Ward into his camp to help him. You know, give him some tips, but I don't know how much he could. Andre Ward could tell Caleb Plant little things that he could incorporate to his game plan, but he can't fight for him. Uh, Andre Ward's was a smart defensive fighter. Yeah, but he could definitely help Caleb Plant out in terms of just giving him pointers. But as far as actually winning the fight, I personally don't see it happening. I just see Canelo being too much. I think that in the first few rounds, I think it's gonna be kind of similar to the Billy Joe Saunders and Canelo fight, just because uh, Caleb Plant, he has fast hands. He can box on the outside. Uh, but have we seen him really take a punch? No. Have we uh, seen him with devastating power? Not really. He wears guys down. We've seen that. Has he really fought anybody that anybody was like, wow, that's a real credible opponent? It's hard to say. And Canelo, ever since that Floyd fight, he's just been so much better. He's progressed a lot. He's got a lot stronger, which is expected. And I just see. I think Canelo's probably going to stop him. To be honest, it could go to a decision, but I don't. If it goes to a split decision, I'd be very surprised. I say either Canelo by knockout in maybe the seventh through ninth round. What else? Or I guess it could be a unanimous decision, 12 rounds. But I don't know. I feel like Billy Joe Saunders and Caleb Plant would have been a better fight. And then Canelo and David Benavidez, that's a fight I want to see. But at least Canelo's gonna, if he gets this win, which I think he will, he'll get all those belts. Let's see what he does next. It's gonna be interesting. He's continuing to chase greatness. It's crazy. Uh, During the times where he fought Floyd, I never thought he was gonna go up this much in weight. I guess I really didn't understand boxing that much back then, but it's crazy how his physique changed so much. He's huge. He's jacked. It's crazy. Especially with that, the whole fiasco with Oscar Valdez, and that was crazy. But just because I'm a big Oscar Valdez fan, but it's never a good look to see that stuff. Um, Someone was asking, do you believe Oscar Valdez that he's telling the truth? It's hard. It's just hard to say that I believe him, just because a test is a test. They do these tests for a reason, and the fact that they still let the fight go on is very telling. Uh, it's just very telling about the boxing industry. They just had to. They could have just stopped the fight. I heard Tim Bradley. He was talking about maybe boycotting that fight. Maybe not even he calls all the top rank fights, but he was thinking about not calling Oscar Valdez's fight just because it didn't feel right, I think. And he understands what it's like to put everything into a sport and be clean cut, not cutting any corners. But yeah, he was also a big fan of Oscar Valdez. I'm sure he still is. It's just it's hard. Everyone's saying when you smell smoke, there's usually fire, or where you see smoke, there's usually fire. So as much as I like Oscar Valdez, it's tough. Still a fan, but who knows what's gonna happen with that. But yeah, I think that's gonna wrap it up. I just wanted to get on here and talk about Canelo and Caleb Plant, because that's big news. So November 6th, Saturday night in Las Vegas, Nevada. Don't miss that one. That's gonna be an interesting fight. Obviously, it's not like I feel like there's not a lot of hype around the fight, just because everyone kind of is kind of painting a picture, visualizing what's gonna happen. Everyone sees like Canelo's gonna win, but who knows? Caleb Plant could surprise us. We really don't know, because we haven't really seen him in a real dog fight, But I'm excited. I'm still excited to watch the fight. It's just not the craziest fight in the world in terms of magnitude, and animosity. So yeah, guys, I'm gonna wrap it up for this segment. So I appreciate you guys coming on here, listening to me talk about this stuff. Continue to follow boxing. Continue to follow me on all social media at Real Nabs. Click the subscribe button. Do all that, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.